So now that we have our trays, we have to manufacture the cover for the museum box. So I cut 2 boards for the front and the back. Also I have a library of spines which I have prepared ahead of time, and I pick and choose the width that's going to be needed for this particular box, and this is it. So it's got 2 sizes, as I just said, to the width. Also I have to cut spine, back lining from my waistbands, and what I have to do now is also this comes from a library of back linings that I have prepared in advance. I make them longer than I need and larger and so on. I have them in all sizes, and I pick and choose. If I don't have one, I have to make a new one. So all this we put out of the way. Sometimes you have to adjust the size because it doesn't fit always from the library, so I use different museum boards that I stretch over the original wood. The wood is a basswood. It comes out in strips, about like this, and they are basically trimmed to the width, cut to the width on a circular saw, and then routed on a table router, and that gives me the round effect over there to mimic a spine, the spine of a book. Alright, so now that I have all the elements together, I have to trim the excess or bevel those waistbands here, so they look natural when I stretch the leather on. So I do that with a knife, a scalpel actually. And I have 2 support boards that I need to use, and this is going to be for the stamping of the spine. It's going to serve as a guide. So I mount them together with double-sided tape. That's the width I need, the thickness I need for my machine. And I put a small dab of double-sided tape here. Same thing on the bottom. I mount my spine on top of that. Now this is ready to get the leather. I'll put this aside. So this is done with PVA. And I apply the adhesive onto the spine directly. again, it's got to be a nice coat of adhesive, not too much so then go all over the place, but enough that it's gonna adhere to the leather. Alright, so I center it on my leather, turn it around, make it adhere, and then I put it under the silk press. I have a small silk press that I use for that. And it's gonna set the leather on too. It's gonna help before I start band nipping. The band nipper is the tool, this tool, and this set the bands in. In the meantime, I can do another one of the spines. Okay, I take a larger brush this time. An even coat, I have to be careful not to put too much against the wristbands, otherwise it's gonna ooze all over the place. Alright, center it, around, okay, turn it around, adhere it. And the first one is ready. You can see already that the wristbands are more pronounced on the leather. It's because of the pad under the press here. And all I have to do is finish with band nippers. So you have to apply some force to it. Just pushing and grabbing. You have to be careful not to have it slip, or else you have problems. And that's about it. This is ready for stamping now. We'll do the next one. This one is a little larger, so I slide it slightly. Sometimes you have to insist a little more depending on the leather. And there we are.